to explain what is salary and wages?
Earnings.
No.
Yeah. Yes, like next month you'll be getting by 4th or 5th or something, like you'll be getting, right? That salary and wages, and for all the workforce. But in financial terms, we call them as compensation and remuneration. Okay, there is nothing difference between salary and compensation or something. Okay, these are different terms like salary, wages, compensation, remuneration. These are the terms of salary. Okay, don't have to panic on that. Is that okay now?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Now it is okay. Yes, I'm getting more SS right now. Fine. So don't feel about compensation. It is nothing but like salary. The other name of salary. The other name of salary is remuneration. So we are going to check the average annual compensation for female employees and for male employees. Any doubts in these two? Fine. One more detail is there. For example, okay, I can open my Excel. For example, we have three factories. Okay, factory one, factory two, factory three. Okay, they say male, female. We have average annual salary. Okay, for example, I'll take all are same average annual salary only. So in this case, we have like 50, 52, 48, some amount 51, 45, 49, 52. So in this case, what can we do to calculate the average annual compensation for male and female? What can we do?
Add
Factory
all
one this.
three.
All three divided by.
Yes, add all three. Some, some. So this will be your male average annual compensation for male employees. This will be your average annual compensation for female employees. Now it is clear? Yes.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
that's
Yes, ma'am.
total.
So we don't have to divide it by three to get an average. Only
No,
adding is
no,
enough.
no. Only adding is enough. No problem. We can add. We don't know how to divide it.
Okay, ma'am.
It's already divided. It's an average, right? We are just adding the average.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay. Now is that over? Annual compensation is over. Now we are going to see average annual gross compensation. What is gross compensation? We saw salary, normal salary, annual
Before
salary. What?
tax. Before
Yes,
tax
kind of. Yes, yes, actually. Yes.
deduction.
Okay. Yeah, it is before deductions and something else, the gross salary. Okay. Whatever think they would have sent you the offer letter, like in that you would have seen some amount. From that, TDS will be deducted, and after that only you will be receiving some amount. You know about that, right? Everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You know how to collect it back?
Don't know, ma'am.
Fine. Okay, maybe I'll let you because we'll be in practice now. So I'll let you know how to do that after this. Okay. Fine. Have you all submitted your PAN card?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
For sure, right?
Yes,
Because if
ma'am.
PAN card is not there, you will be deducted 20 percentage from your salary. Okay, right? Because of pandemic, we deduct like 7.5 percentage TDS. Okay, if you don't have PAN card now, then 20% will be deducted. All these will be registered in your PAN card while you file the ITR, that income tax return. Na? I hope you know we have e-filing. ITR one you are going to file. If you file the amount na, if you file the income tax na, then the government will refund you the amount. Okay.
Okay,
Whatever
ma'am.
TDS
Okay,
they have collected na, they'll refund you. You will get it. No, as per India, we have from March you can register. Okay, from March you can register. The year will be calculated from April to March. I think like you will be getting 2 months salary TDS. If you put ITR na, you will be getting February, March, 2 months, 2 months salary TDS you will get. And the rest na next year when you file the ITR, it will come. Okay. Hmm. மார்ச்சுக்கு அப்புறம் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடுவாங்க. நீங்க எப்ப வேணா ஃபைல் பண்ணலாம். ஆனா மார்ச் வரைக்கும் தான் சேலரி எது டிடிஎஸ் பிடிச்சிருக்காங்களோ அதுதான் கொடுப்பாங்க. ஏப்ரல்ல இருந்து மார்ச் வரைக்கும் தான் உங்களுக்கு தருவாங்க. ஏப்ரல்ல இருந்து நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர் தான் தருவாங்க. ஃபைல் பண்ணலாம். ஓப்பன் டேட் வரும். நீங்க ஆல்ரெடி அக்கவுண்ட் வச்சிருக்கீங்களா? ஐடிஆர் வச்சில்ல. ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணி வச்சில்ல. ஐடிஆர் வந்து இன்கம் டேக்ஸ் வெப்சைட்ல நீங்க அக்கவுண்ட் ஓபன் பண்ணீங்கன்னா உங்க பேங்க் எத்தனை நாள் ரெஜிஸ்டர் எத்தனை நாள் கழிச்சு வேலிடேட் ஆகுதுன்னு பாருங்க. ஏன்னா பேங்க் அக்கவுண்ட்ல பேன் கார்டு இருக்கணும். அப்படி இருந்துச்சுன்னா உங்களுக்கு ஒரே வாரத்துல பேங்க் வேலிடேட் ஆயிடும். நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒரு 7 to 10 daysல உங்களுக்கு ரீஃபண்ட் ஆயிடும். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஓபன் பண்ணும். அப்பதான் நீங்க ஐடிஆர் ஃபைல் பண்ண முடியும். நீங்க பண்ணும்போது டவுட் இருந்துச்சுன்னா சொல்லுங்க, நான் பண்ணி தரேன். பிரச்சனை இல்லை. Okay. Fine. So I'll say you that afterwards, like how to do your ITR after you like March or April. Na? After April only will be starting. So after that, if you want to register, definitely your TDS will be coming back to you. Okay. Fine. We'll discuss that later. If you have any doubt while doing, you can ask me. I think my number is there in the group, so you can use that also to contact me. Okay.
Sure, ma'am.
So, yeah. Okay. So we have a set of rules for this data point. Shall we discuss that set of rules for this data point?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Consider only average annual yearly gross salary, remuneration, compensation disclosed separately by the company for its female employees. I told you, na, if it is given total, we will not take, we'll take only if it is given separately. Do not input the total employee annual gross salary or remuneration or compensation. So we will not take the total gross salary amount or something. Okay. From the drop down option, select the currency in which, okay, we have currency. Do not calculate the average and convert the currency to USD. So right now you don't want to read this, like whatever currency we are doing. If you are doing India, we'll put INR. If you are doing US, you will put USD. If you are doing Canada, you will put Canadian dollars. If you are doing Australia, you put Australian dollars. AUD. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
In tool na, no problem, we have the list of currency there. If you select the drop down, all will come. You can select from that. You don't have to like input separately or type it. We have drop downs for currency. Okay, fine.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, if a company discloses its average annual compensation for its female and male employee region wise, offshore onshore employees, continent wise, location, factory wise, etc., then these values, add these values and update the sum of all the values for female data point. As we did like here now, we can add out everything if it is given region wise, offshore, onshore employees, continent wise, location wise, factory wise, like that. If it is given now, we'll add that. But check it should be average annual compensation, not the annual compensation. Okay, there is a difference, right? Between average and the total amount.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
See, here they have given total remuneration average. So for women it is green. So shall we go for this?
Yes, ma'am.
Because we have three different things. See, total remuneration average is given, total remuneration again average is given, total remuneration average is again given, but bifurcation is for senior managers and other managers. Okay,
Ma'am, your
this
voice is
bifurcation is
breaking.
for total.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Now, is that okay? Okay, fine. We have the total
திருப்பி பிரேக் ஆகுது
remuneration
மேம்.
average. Total.
ஹலோ.
Okay, one sec. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Can you hear me now loud and clear? ஐநூறு
இல்ல மேம்
பேசிட்டு
கிளியரா
இருக்கு ஏதாவது
கேக்குது.
கேக்குதா?
हमें भी अभी सबसे ठीक होएगा सो ग्राउंड पूरा घर बार पूरे जने छोटे से बड़े तक बेटी दामाद माई तो पूरे पाए
One sec, guys, I'll be back. Just 1 minute.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Now is it audible, guys?
Now is it
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. There is no echoing, right?
No, no, ma'am.
Okay, fine, fine. Okay, guys, shall we start again? Sorry for the interruption.
It's
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No problem.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine, fine. So, here in this sample, we have a total remuneration average 3 times, right? Can you see that? All three. So, first one, if you see, it's for senior manager and other managers. Second one, if you see, we have other employees, that is A, B, C, we have all these three, and total we have in here. Okay. And the third total remuneration average is for age wise. They have given. So which one should we take? Either senior manager, other manager, or other employees, or total, or age wise. Which one we should choose?
Total.
What? Am I audible clear, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
are audible, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So which one should we select? Age wise difference, or the total, or the other, like senior manager separately, other manager separately, or other employees separately, or total should we take, or
Total,
age
ma'am.
wise total we should take? So why don't we take this total? Why should we have two totals, right? Here one total is there, here age wise total is there. So which one should we take? Because the data point is for female
Female.
and
Emails. How?
female and male. So which one should we take? Is there any bifurcation of female male here?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
So we have to check everything. It should be total, it should be women. One sec. Sakshi, is there any reason for you to be late? Sakshi, can you hear me?
Ma'am, there was my exam.
Your exam. Okay, you should have informed me, right? Like previously I'll be joining late. Fine, no issues. Like inform prior, because I would have marked you as absent because yourself was not there in the starting now. That's why I asked. Have you marked your attendance?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine, fine. Then you'll come back. Right, you'll come back. Yeah. So for this data point, we have to search total remuneration. It should be average. It should be for all employees, and from that we have to see the women bifurcation. This much you have to see. Is that okay?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. ஸோ ரெமுனரேஷன் காம்பன்சேஷன் சேலரி வேஜஸ் இது எல்லாமே வந்து சேலரியோட இன்னொரு வேர்ட்ஸ் தான். ஸோ அதில் நம்ம டோட்டல் ரெமுனரேஷன் இருக்கான்னு பார்க்கணும், அதில் ஆவரேஜ் இருக்கான்னு பார்க்கணும். அதுவும் இந்த சீனியர் மேனேஜர் மட்டும் கொடுத்துருந்தா அப்படிலாம் எடுத்துக்கூடாது, டோட்டல் எம்ப்ளாயிஸ்க்கு கொடுத்துருக்காங்களான்னு பார்க்கணும். அதில் விமன் மென் பைஃபர்கேஷன் இருக்கான்னு பார்க்கணும். அதுதான் அதுக்கப்புறமா தான் நம்ம எடுப்போம். ஓகே, ஸோ அக்கார்டிங் டு தட் 34,476 will be your answer. So can anyone say me what is the average annual gross compensation male from this snap?
Ma'am, this is the not gross compensation.
Yes. Yes, so this is gross compensation. So I don't understand what it is, what you're trying to say.
It's 55,151, ma'am.
Okay, somebody was asking some questions about gross, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, like here we have a statement. Okay, it is all before tax. Like can you see the a footnote?
Yes,
For
ma'am.
every
Footnote.
application, we have an a footnote, and it says like in this report we have this is before tax and something. Okay, so no issues on that. We have to check on that also. No problem. Gross you can search. Okay. So for female we saw 34,476. And what is the answer for male? Someone told me it's correct only. Can you repeat?
55,151.
Yeah, 55,151. Yeah, we have so much. From here, yes, it's 55,151. Right? Okay. Any doubts in these two data points? Any rules to be repeated again? This is the rule like followed here in this data points. That's why. Clear? Okay. Next to Polama.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Effective date. Can anyone say the date rule we discussed yesterday?
Yes, ma'am. If effective date is mentioned, we will choose that. If it is not mentioned, we will choose the fiscal year.
Fiscal year.
Yes, that is the actual rule to be followed for effective date. Yes, it is correct. So for female, if you find answer for this female na, then only we'll mark a date for this data point. Okay. And scope. Can anyone say what is scope? We already discussed, right?
All
Yes, correct.
All relevant operation.
All relevant operation, partial operation, scope unclear, not reported, like that. So we are going to see whether everything is covered, right? So from this example, can anyone say what is the scope?
all relevant operations.
Yes. Can you give me the reason? No problem. You can say in whatever language you want. You say. எல்லா லொகேஷன் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க, எல்லா ஸ்டேஜஸும் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So this is all operation. Very good. Correct. Very correct. Yes. The understanding of scope is also correct. The answer is also correct. Effective date rules also correct. I am very happy. Shall I feel happy?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So from this, there is no date given effective. So we'll go for fiscal year end date. You know how to find fiscal year end date? Do I have to show this again? To go. Can anyone say what are the keywords for fiscal year end?
Year ended.
Okay.
Fiscal.
Year ended.
Yes. Fiscal, yes. Year ended, yes. Fiscal year, yes. Fine. These are the things to be searched. Okay. Even you can definitely get it. Fine. So again, effective date is over. Scope is also over. And average annual gross compensation male is over. And again, effective date is not there. Scope is there. Again, we have to see the scope. Okay. Source. Can anyone remember what is the source we discussed in carbon?
Report number and page number.
Yes, year, report name, page, and then the number. This format you should follow. Okay, this is only for male. For female, it is not given. Okay, only for male source you have to put. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts till now? Because we completed average annual gross compensation, female, male, effective date, and we have scope. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Fine. So I think no doubt. Shall we move to the next part? Fine. See, next is average hourly gross compensation, female. Here, the same instructions is being followed. Do not convert to USD, whatever currency it is there, we can take. Don't take the total employee hourly gross salary. We have to see only when female and male are given separately. You can use salary, remuneration, compensation, average hours, female gross, median. As we discussed, median can be there, mean also can be there. Okay, so it is clearly given in this median male hourly rate, female median female hourly rate. Can we take this?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, it's hourly rate. Okay, it's hourly rate given, so we can definitely take. So can anyone tell me the answer for female?
Female 19.20
19.0 euro.
euro.
Okay. Is that euro or pound?
USD, I mean pounds, I think.
This is not euro, this is pound. Okay.
Is pound.
Pound, yeah.
Pound. Okay, mostly people get confused with this and the whole report gets wrong because of the currency. Mainly this, because it looked like euro, but it is not euro, it is pound, UK currency. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
fine. So this also matters because euro, EUR, pounds we put GBP. Okay, Great Britain pound. Fine. So totally all the answers will get wrong when the currency is changed. If you have any doubt now, you can copy paste this in Google. It will show you what it is. When you have any confusion, otherwise, like normally, we get confused because of this euro and pound and dollars because Singapore, Australia, Canada, and US, everybody have a symbol dollar. The symbol they'll have. Okay, but according to their country, everything is different. Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, Singapore dollar, US dollar. So USD, SDG, and CAD, AUD. You have to refer that also. Getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Yes, for female you said. For male,
21.55 pounds.
21.55 pounds. Yes, 25.55 pounds. Same thing only. So again, effective date. The person who already told, please don't say. Someone can say the effective date rule. Date rule, please.
Effective date is not available. You can put the fiscal year.
Yes, fiscal year end. Okay.
End date, yeah.
Yes. Check for effective date, or else we'll go for fiscal year end date. But main thing now, only that particular data is filled now, then only we'll fill the effective date. Otherwise, the effective date will be
Blank.
blank. Yes, we have to leave this blank. Don't put any dates when there is no answer for the main data point. This is the main data point, primary data point. Okay, totally, the next data point is totally depends on that data point. Only if this is filled, we'll fill this data point, we'll fill the scope, otherwise we'll leave not reported and blank. Okay. Next we have scope. Yes. Only when that primary data point is filled, we'll fill this. Otherwise, we'll go for
Not reported.
not reported. Yes, we go for not reported. So scope also you all know. Relevant operations, partial operations, scope unclear. These are the scope. So where can we find the scope? We discussed that too, right? How will you find the scope? I told 2 to 3 keywords for all operations, and for partial operations also we discussed something. So how will you select all operation? How will you select partial operations?
If all the uh, if uh, mm, if all the sectors, business sectors are covered, means we will put all relevant operations, ma'am.
Yes.
If any two countries only are mentioned except or excludes like that, we will go for a partial operation.
Okay.
If it is not at all clear about whether it is all sectors are covered or only partial, I mean only few sectors are covered, means we will go for scope unclear.
If only few sectors are covered, we'll go for partial. If it is
Yeah,
mentioned
ma'am.
or
But
not.
it's not mentioned clearly whether
That's not mentioned clearly.
all sectors are.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, ma'am.
No
And whether it
extra.
isn't mentioned about anything, then not at all. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And one more word.
Consolidation.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, consolidation, consolidated. Yes, that is to be checked because when consolidation is given, it says it is all operations. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Any doubts in scope right now? I think no. I told you
No,
now.
ma'am.
The scope, this rule will be getting repeated every time. So next, same. For male, we are going to see, and for male effective date, we are going to see, and for male scope of reporting, we are going to see. So any doubts in this data point? We discussed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 14 data points we discussed in 1.5 hours. Any doubts in this, guys? But I'm damn sure only 2% of the file have these answers. Others doesn't have. But you should not like assume and leave this data point. You have to check anyway. You have to use all the keywords and check because if you see salary, remuneration, compensation, average, okay, median, gross, for all these 14 data points, we have the same keywords, correct? Did you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. So if you search one time, you can decide whether these 14 data points are there or not. Fine?
Right, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. So, any doubts in this 14 scope, effective date, everything? Is that easy? Feeling easy?
Yes, ma'am. Now it's clear, ma'am.
Okay. While opening the report, it will be confusing. Okay, no problem. So shall we move to the next? I'll go a better, easier one. Okay. Fatalities. What do you mean by fatalities? What is fatal?
Death.
Nothing
I
but
don't know.
severe injury or death. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
correct,
death
correct.
rate.
Death rate, yes. Severe injury and death. This will come under fatal. The meaning of fatal is this only. Okay. What do you mean by fatal is this. So this data point includes like the company discloses their fatalities, either general disclosure or total fatalities or on both employees and contractor. I'll explain you what it is. Okay. So if it is given general disclosure, we can take under this the number we are going to take. Okay. Our fatal accident rate, the number of fatalities per 100 million working hours increased to 1.3. So the fatality is fatality is
1.3. 1.3. Yes.
1.3 in 2019.
One sec, guys. One sec. Okay. So one more time I will say, if general disclosure is given, am I audible? Clear, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So any general disclosure of death or severe injury or fatal. Mostly fatal will be given directly. Some very rare cases they say death or severe injury like that. Okay, kind of rare, but mostly we will receive fatalities like that itself. You can search. Okay, so these two words can definitely lead. If you don't get now, then search for death, loss, severe injuries like that. Okay. Fine. Mostly that will lead you the answer. Sometimes they will give, okay, total fatalities. Sometimes they will give employee separately, contractor separately. Okay, at that time we can add employee and contractor. Then we can take the total. This fatality is for total. So either general disclosure also we can take, total fatalities also we can take, or when employee is given separately and contractor is given separately, we can add it. Fine?
Yes,
Okay,
Yeah,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
ma'am.
answer is no. Yes, okay. From this now, 1.3 is not the answer. If you check, 7 people lost their lives while working for Shell in 2019. So, how many people have lost?
7.
7.
7
Oh,
people.
lost.
7 people will be the answer. Okay. We have another data point which is related to this fatality rate. Okay. Can you say the answer from the next thing, next sample? In
No
No
fatal
fatal
2019,
accident.
accident.
0. 0.
No,
No
no,
fatal accident.
nothing is
the
mentioned.
answer
Fatal.
is
No fatal accidents.
and no,
0.
this is number.
Zero,
Yeah,
zero.
zero, zero. Yes, yes, zero. We'll see separately. Contractor fatalities. If the fatal is mentioned for contractor, then it will be contractor fatalities, right? Okay, this is a kind of different. Okay, can anyone read this? Like, see, we suffered 2 fatalities in 2019. In July, a firefighting accident in our biofuel business in Brazil was fatally injured following a fire truck accident while attending to an agriculture fire. Okay. In October, a contractor at our whitening refinery in the US was fatally injured when he fell from the scaffold ladder or something. Okay. So, how many fatalities are there in total?
2, ma'am.
3, ma'am.
Three.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, he
3.
was badly injured, right? We should take into account.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
but they have said 2 fatalities in 2019, right?
Out of that, only one contractor's
Yeah, one contractor
a
is there.
contractor.
Okay, okay.
One contractor. Okay. They are mentioned in the first line itself. We suffered 2 fatalities in 2019. Okay. While you read the first statement, now it feels like two accident. It is not two accident. It is one accident. Okay. In July, a firefighting accident in our biofuel business in Brazil was fatally injured following a truck accident while attending to an agriculture fire. So both represents the same accident in July. And secondly, one person, how many persons are there? Firefighting accident in biofuel were fatally injured. Okay. We don't know how many persons are there. In October, a contractor. So totally two fatalities. One is this and one is this, right? One is contractor, one is our employee. So for fatalities, this how much you will put? One or two? This is
2,
total
ma'am.
now.
Two.
For that example, contractor fatalities. How many contractor fatalities here?
1.
One.
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 How many employee fatalities here?
One.
One. But we
Yes.
are not very sure, right? Whether this person is our employee or not, we are not very sure. Okay. See, in this, we'll say fatalities zero. But when you see the footnote, can you read the footnote? Employee includes only full-time and part-time permanent employees and fixed term contract employees. It excludes contractors. So this fatality excludes contractor, right? So this will come for
Total.
Total.
Fatalities.
employee fatalities, right?
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
They say permanent employee is there, full-time employee,
Not for
part-time
contract
employee is
employees,
there.
ma'am. Is right? Not for contract employees.
Employees. They contract employee is different. Who are all here freelancer, na? They are contract employers. Okay, employees, right? We are all freelancers and we are all said as contract employees. Contractor is something different, like the third party. The client is a contractor. Okay, like that it will go. We people as a freelancer will be called as contract employees. That includes as employees only, right?
Okay, ma'am.
We are all employees of Strives only, right? I think most people are freelancers here. Like they joined right now.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, fine. So this will come under the zero will come under what? I mean the zero. That is
Number of
20 will go minus 18.
Employee
Okay.
fatalities.
Employee fatalities. Now can you make the difference between fatalities, contractor fatalities, employee fatalities?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. I have a next part of easy thing. Okay, I'll go for that. So, can anyone explain what is labor policy or code of conduct because we discussed yesterday?
Rules and regulations
Rules and regulations of
protect
for
to
workers.
protect for protection and welfare for protection and welfare.
Yeah.
protection
Yeah,
welfare
ma'am.
of
Eh,
For policies for the employees.
okay a policy framed by the company for itself.
Yes.
Policy or procedure, anything, not only employees, okay? Not only employees, it covers everything. These rules and regulation applies to the company, whole of the company, whatever it is. Okay, this one check this.
Yeah, ma'am.
Thank you guys for the time. We'll start again. Okay. This is what code of conduct is. We know. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
So we are going to see the code of conduct is having anti-discrimination. For this, you have to search discrimination or anti-discrimination by itself. Okay, just check whether it is under code of conduct or not. So here, what do these codes contain? That is, code of conduct contains. This code of conduct sometimes now they'll be like code of conduct, code of ethical conduct, to code of business conduct. These are the other names you can find in some domiciles. That is code of business conduct, code of ethical conduct.
Ethical
These
conduct.
are these are the other names. Okay, you can find, because sometimes if you search for code of conduct it will not come, and the people will be saying the code of business conduct. So both same, it's kind of different names but everything is same. Okay, so this code contains what it contains. Non-discrimination is done. Non-discrimination and anti-discrimination is same.
Same.
Yes, ma'am.
Same, yes, yes. What is discrimination?
Partiality. I mean, uh,
Yeah, not
we will
treated
mention this
properly.
in, yeah, ma'am. Few people will mention now, ma'am. White, black, like that.
Ah,
Partiality.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. So like that, non-discrimination and anti-discrimination. Now getting my point, if the company's code of conduct is having anti-discrimination, then we will say this as yes. Simple now? Easy?
Ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Easy?
Easy.
Yes, yes. Sometimes,
One second.
yeah. Once again, I have to repeat this. You saying that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. So we know code of content, right? Code of content. Okay, I'll say this in Tamil. Okay, code of content நம்ம நேத்தா பார்த்தோம். செட் ஆஃப் ரூல்ஸ் அண்ட் ரெகுலேஷன் கம்பெனி அதுக்காகவே ஃப்ரேம் பண்ணிக்கிறது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ சில கம்பெனி கோட் ஆஃப் கண்டென்ட் சொல்லுவாங்க, சில கம்பெனி கோட் ஆஃப் பிசினஸ் கண்டென்ட் சொல்லுவாங்க, சில கம்பெனி கோட் ஆஃப் எத்திக்கல் கண்டென்ட் சொல்லுவாங்க, சில கம்பெனி லேபர் பாலிசி சொல்லுவாங்க. இதெல்லாம் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டேர்ம்ஸ் ஆஃப் கோட் ஆஃப் கண்டென்ட். ரொம்ப டிஃபிகல்ட் ஒன்றும் இல்லை, ரொம்ப இது கிடையாது. டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டேர்ம்ஸ். ஓகே, இந்த டேர்ம்ஸ்க்குள்ள இந்த ஆன்டி டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷன் இருக்கா இல்லையா, இவ்வளவுதான் நம்ம செக் பண்ண போறோம். ஓகே, டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷன் செக் பண்ணுங்க, பிகாஸ் அதுதான் உங்களுக்கு சீக்கிரம் கிடைக்கும். எங்க இருக்கும் கரெக்டா கிடைச்சிரும். சில டைம் ஆன்டி டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷன் சர்ச் பண்ணுங்க, டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷன் சர்ச் பண்ணுங்க. ஏன்னா இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா நான் டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷன், நான் டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷனும் டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷன் இல்லாம, ஆன்டி டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷனும் டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷன் இல்லாமன்னு தான் அர்த்தம். ஸோ ரெண்டுமே ஒரே அர்த்தம் தான். டிஸ்கிரிமினேஷன் சர்ச் பண்ணுங்க, உங்களுக்கு அந்த வேர்ட்லயே கிடைச்சிரும். வேற எந்த வேர்டும் புதுசா இதுக்கு தேவையில்லை. ஓகே
Okay, ma'am.
ஓகே. For others also okay, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now you people are going to explain me this. Labor policy code of conduct covers minimum wages. Come on, எல்லாரும் வீட்ல போயிட்டீங்க. Okay. Correct. Minimum wages na அதுதான். Okay. Minimum wages means there will be rules in we have an act, minimum wages act itself it's there. Okay, according to that a person should get not less than minimum. If the minimum is 1,000 rupees na, a person should not get less than 1,000 rupees. No person should get less than 1,000 rupees. That is the thing, rule or act or something. Whether this minimum wages is under code of conduct, we are going to see. Okay, see here, code contains minimum wages. Very simple. We have 4 data points and we have 10 data points like that. Code of content covers anti-discrimination. Code of content covers minimum wages. Code of content covers paid overtime. Code of content covers working hours. You know, I'll give you an information. In India, the working hours is 8, right? 8 hours.
Yes.
In Germany, how many hours is the working hours, you know? No, no, no. In Germany. That's all.
Oh no, ma'am.
6 hours.
5 to 6 hours. 5 to 6 hours.
Six.
That's it. Per day, not more
Uh-huh.
than 6 hours people should work. Like that, it will be nice. Now we'll all move to Germany. 5 hours
சூப்பர்
working.
மேம் போயிடலாம்.
மேம் எல்லாரும் போயிடலாம் மேம்.
நானே எழுதுறதுக்கு காசு இல்லாம உட்காந்துருங்க. IELTS எழுதுங்க, ஜெர்மனி போயிடலாம். ஓகே. ஓகே, போகலாம். IELTS எக்ஸாம் எழுதுங்க, எல்லாரும் போயிடலாம். 12,000 3 attempts. English listening, English learning, English reading, English listening, English speaking, okay, English understanding. 4 things are there. If you clear that, get. Huh? இல்ல நீங்க சொல்லுங்க, பரவாயில்ல. நம்ம கொஞ்சம் டிஸ்ட்ராக்ட் ஆனாதான் கொஞ்சம் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் வரும். சும்மா இதே பார்த்துருந்தோம் நம்ம. IELTS எழுதுறதுக்கு 18,000 12,000 தான். அது காசு எல்லாம் தான் திரும்பி உட்காந்துருக்கேன். சும்மா ஃபன் தான். ஓகே, ஜாஸ்தி தான். ஆனா உள்ள போனா நல்ல சேலரி கிடைக்கும்ல. நீ IELTS எக்ஸாம் எழுதி ஸ்கோர் பண்ணிட்டேன்னா 8 பாயிண்ட் ஸ்கோர் பண்ணிட்டேன்னா முதல்ல நீ கனடா போறன்னு ஒத்துக்கிட்டு PR வாங்கிட்டாலே உனக்கு $500 கொடுத்துருவோம். கெனடியன் டாலர்ஸ் மந்த்லி ஃப்ரீயா. இந்த கவர்மெண்ட் இங்க இல்லப்பா. ஓகே, fine. So back to data point, code of conduct, the anti-discrimination, minimum wages, paid owners, overtime, working hours. இதெல்லாம் இருக்கா இல்லையா கோட் ஆஃப் கண்டக்ட்ல பார்க்க போறோம். அவ்வளவுதான் இந்த டேட்டா பாயிண்ட். ஃபைன், ஈஸி.
Yes,
Easy,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
கைஸ், ஐ ஜஸ்ட் ஒன் ரிக்வெஸ்ட். நம்ம ஜாலியா தான் பேசிட்டு இருக்கோம். நான் எடுக்கும் போது மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் சீரியஸா பேசுவேன். மற்றபடி நம்ம ஜாலியாவே இருக்கலாம். யாரும் பேசுறதுக்கு பயப்படாதீங்க. நல்லாவே பேசுங்க, இன்டராக்ட் பண்ணுங்க. எந்த பிரச்சனையும் இல்லை. ஓகேவா? இங்க யாருமே இல்லை. நான் இருக்கேன், ஹிபா இருக்காங்க. ஸோ அந்த அளவுக்கு வெளியில எந்த இன்ஃபர்மேஷன்ஸும் போகாது. யாரும் உள்ளேயும் வர மாட்டாங்க. என் பர்மிஷன் எல்லாம் வர முடியாது இந்த டீம், இந்த கூகுள் மீட்ல. அதனால ஃப்ரீயாவே இருக்கும். ஓகேவா?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ஓகே மேம்.
Ma'am, English too.
சொல்றேன். Janvi, like we can discuss anything what we want here, because nobody is here like to ask us why we are speaking that and this. While taking the data points, like I will be kind of serious while taking that, but other than that, we can talk very freely. And for your information, I'm not full time. Still now I'm a freelancer, just like you people. Okay, I'm working here for like 1 year 6 months, and I'm here as freelancer only, just like you people. I'm not like greater than you or lesser than you.
Okay.
You can speak very freely. Everybody, you can speak very freely. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I think now one step will be reduced, like from fear, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, don't worry. Like we'll go take it in a jolly way, normal way. Okay, not like studying all time. Once again, I'll select the data point, okay, so that it will be easier for us. Yes. So again, I'm going to choose a kind of easy data point. Okay. This all data point is related to banking and financial sector. Am I audible? Clear, right?
Yeah,
My
ma'am.
voice
Yeah,
is
ma'am.
clear.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we are going to see whether same concept for I think 9 data points. Again, we have one concept and we are going to apply for same 9 data points. What is for agriculture, for biodiversity, climate change, energy use, forestry, material, mining, oil and gas, transport. Okay. Same thing we are going to see next concept again for agriculture, biodiversity, climate change, energy use, forestry, materials, mining, transport. Yeah, transport. So 18 data points, same repeated. Okay, then we'll see what it is. Right now we'll see. Okay, are these policies subject to the same level of scrutiny as binding credit? What is binding credit? What is scrutiny? Can anyone say what is that? Credit? Even here? Okay, formal lending policy. We'll come to human beings. Okay, not for agriculture and something. We'll come to human beings. If you want to take a loan, what will we do? What will the bank ask for?
Surety.
Surety, yes. Your voice is breaking, Jnana Prakash. I couldn't hear you. Can you repeat, please? ஆமா பேங்க் என்னெல்லாம் கேட்பாங்க பேங்க்ல போய் லோன் கேட்பாங்க என்ன கேட்பாங்க கரெக்ட் ஓகே ஓகே கரெக்ட் கரெக்ட் ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி இருக்கான்னு கேட்பாங்க ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி வச்சு லோன் வாங்கிடலாம் இன்னொன்னு 6 months சேலரி பே ஸ்லிப் கொண்டு வாங்க உங்ககிட்ட சேலரி இருக்கா நீங்க திருப்பி ரீபே பண்ணுவீங்களா அப்படின்னு செக் பண்ணுவாங்க கரெக்டா
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
correct yes. So first they'll go for property. If you have any property they'll be giving you loan, or secondly they'll be asking your pay slip for 6 months bank statement. They'll ask for 6 months whether you are getting a constant income or not, whether you will be able to pay or not. So same way for agriculture loan na, they are scrutinizing the same way whether they can repay for agriculture, whether they are capable of repaying for agriculture, whether they do have property for agriculture. Every background, every check na, the same thing is being followed for giving loans to agriculture. Now getting my point?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have to check the company need to have specific lending or credit policy permitting to certain sector. What sector? Agriculture
Banking.
sector. No.
Agriculture.
They have to give loan to this sector, na? What sector they are giving loan? Agriculture sector.
For agriculture based.
Yes. Before lending out, do these company have policy to make sure that the sector they are lending to have gone through due diligence? What is due diligence? Okay, I'll say what is
Minimum criteria check like that.
due
Not
diligence.
able to pay at the right time or the exact time.
Can you repeat, Janvi? Like making a difference?
Ma'am, if anything is due, like sometimes they are unable to pay at the exact time what is allotted to them. So I think that is due diligence.
I'm very very sorry, Janvi. Like your voice. Can anyone heard her voice? Like it's like echoing, right? I couldn't hear some. Can anyone heard? Now please explain what she said. Mhm.
Hello.
No, your voice is kind of different. We couldn't hear your voice, Janvi. Like your voice is audible, but it's not clear.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, now it is better. Yeah, fine. Due diligence, it's nothing but background verification. The bank will come, ask you everything. When we apply for passport, what will happen? When we apply for passport, what will happen?
Police verification.
We will like
Verification is there.
details, ma'am.
Verification, everything from your birth certificate till now, whatever you did now, everything will be verified. Background verification, that is called due diligence. Easy now? What is due diligence?
Yeah,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Now it's clear.
Yeah, it's you can say in other words background verification. Now we are going to see before letting out the bank is doing due diligence for particular sector, the particular company or not. We are going to see that. Okay. These companies' operation don't lead to climate risk or don't impact climate in a negative way. What does that mean? That means the company, if the bank should check whether the company is not having too much severity risking to climate or environment. Okay. In what in other way, what to say? Okay. Mitigation we saw yesterday, right? Reducing the severity. So much harsh, so much bad like that. The company should not do like that. If the emission is restricted to like 1,000 tons or something, it should not emit more than 1,000 tons. If the company is emitting more than 1,000 tons of CO2, then it is harming the climate wantedly, right?
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So at that time, we should not give loans to them. So this is what they are saying. The company operations, whatever the company do now, they do not lead to climate risk. They don't impact climate in negative way. That is in a bad way. Okay, these three rules to be followed for all the 9 data points. It says are these policies subject to same level of scrutiny as binding credit? Do I have to explain this in Tamil also? Is that okay or not? This data point?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, others? Others, is that okay with this
Ma'am,
data point?
ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Aisha?
ma'am, agriculture sector, I mean agriculture related sector வந்து அவ்வளவா climate risk பண்ணாது. அதனால நம்ம வந்து அது இது பண்ணலாம். I mean அவங்களுக்கு loan கொடுக்கலாம். Last point.
அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் செக்டர் அவ்வளவா ஹார்ம் பண்ணாதுன்னு நம்ம சொல்ல முடியாது. ஃபுல்லா இப்போ லேண்ட்ல என்ன பண்றாங்கன்னா பூச்சி மருந்து தான் அடிக்கிறாங்க. அது நம்மளுக்கு லேண்டுக்கு
Pesticide.
என்விரான்மெண்ட்
Okay.
இல்லையா?
ஆமா மேம்.
ஸோ எல்லா செக்டார்லயும் இப்போ பேட் இருக்கு. நம்ம அதை செக் பண்ணணும். அதை செக் பண்றாங்களா இல்லையான்றது தான் பார்க்க போறோம். ஓகே.
ஓகே. யா மேம். இப்போ புரியுது லாஸ்ட்.
ஏன் செக் பண்றாங்கன்னு தெரியுதா? Okay, so all these rules now, due diligence, background verification, document verification, your credibility, whether credibility means whether you are being able to repay the loan or not. This credibility check, the due diligence check, the background verification check, everything is there for before lending to agriculture sector or not. Is this the data point? The only data way to search now, this should be banking sector, then we will be searching agriculture. In that, if there is the word agriculture, then we'll see whether they have a policy on that or not. If agriculture word is not there in the report, we can definitely skip and we can go to next data point. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
சிம்பிளா சொல்லணும்னா இது பேங்கிங் செக்டருக்கு தான் வரும். ஏன்னா பேங்கிங் செக்டர் தான் லோன் கொடுக்க போறாங்க. லோன் கொடுக்கறதுக்கு முன்னாடி என்னெல்லாம் செக் பண்ணணும்னு நம்ம பார்க்க போறோம். நீ அக்ரிகல்ச்சருக்கு லோன் கொடுக்க போறேன்னா அப்போ இந்த இதெல்லாம் இருக்கான்னு செக் பண்ண போறீங்க. ஸோ அப்படி செக் பண்ணும்போது வெறும் பேங்கிங் செக்டார் யாரெல்லாம் லோன் கொடுக்குறாங்க? ஃபினான்சியல் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ், ஃபினான்சியல் செக்டர், இவங்க தான் லோன் கொடுக்குறாங்க. ஸோ இந்த கம்பெனி பண்ணும்போது மட்டும்தான் இந்த டேட்டா பாயிண்ட் எல்லாம் வரும், இல்லைன்னா வராது. செகண்ட் என்னன்னா, அக்ரிகல்ச்சர்னு நேம் சர்ச் பண்ணுங்க, வந்துச்சுன்னா ஓகே, வரலன்னா நம்மளுக்கு இந்த டேட்டா பாயிண்டே அவசியம் இல்லை, ஸ்கிப் பண்ணிட்டு போயிடலாம். அதான் not reported போட்டுட்டு போயிடலாம். இது yes no not reported. This data point is yes no not reported. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. The same rules for biodiversity. You can ask what is biodiversity company. We have so much of biodiversities. Okay. For example, pollution control. Okay, if a company is there and it is like saying, I'm going to preserve the forest, I want a loan for that, and we are going to give loan for that, then we'll search what he's going to do. Are he is going to steal things or something like that, or he'll be able to pay like that? All these informations we collect. Now, getting my point, why biodiversity is there? Carbon offset, right? Preservation. Every company will say, I am preserving the biodiversity. What is biodiversity, guys?
The environment with its living components.
Yes. Every living component, including bacteria and virus, is biodiversity. Fine. What is biodiversity? Plants, animals, insects, germs, all comes under biodiversity. Yes, all living things, including bacteria and virus, comes for biodiversity. Check for biodiversity and check whether they are giving loans to biodiversity activities to some companies, and we have to check all these things. Whether they are having due diligence, doing due diligence, they are checking the background verification, they are like checking the credibility, and you have to also check whether the operations of that particular company does not harm the climate risk or something like climate change or something in a negative way. Now getting this point, why this data point is here? Okay, first
Yes, ma'am.
is agriculture activity. Next is biodiversity protection activity by some company. Next is climate change protecting activity by some company. These are all the activities for which the company is going to get loan. The company now they are not satisfied, they'll not do with the profit, they'll borrow loan from the bank, because if you borrow loan we have a deduction, we don't have to pay that much tax, we can reduce the tax by getting loan. How many of you know that? Okay, for example, if you're gonna buy a house for a loan, you pay EMI. Okay, whatever you pay as EMI, whatever you pay as loan now, for that particular amount, you don't have to pay tax. You know that? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. That is why company get loan to evade tax also for sometimes, right? So the company now for all those activities, what they'll do, they'll go buy loan. They'll say, I am doing biodiversity protection. I am doing climate change protection. I'm preserving it. I'm protecting it. I'm protecting the forest. Like that, they'll keep on saying and they'll get loan and they'll do things. Okay. That is why these activities come here. Fine. Now, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So, can anyone repeat the rules or the checklist? What it is here to be checked?
Ma'am, all 3 points needs to be fulfilled, or we can mark yes, even if one checkpoint is there.
One checkpoint is there also, you can say it as yes. But see whether the company is going to give loan to this climate change activity. That is the first point, and the policy should contain any of these.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Any example
Now
is
clear?
there, ma'am? Sample?
No, no. If you open a banking company, they keep on saying all the activities they do. They don't say for which sector they are giving loan. Do they say?
No, ma'am.
Bank company open, you see, I think you have done the bank company recently, right? A banking company, I think
Yes, ma'am. Finance company.
Federation. Yeah.
Discharge.
Patient. Lastly, you did that right?
Charges.
Guidance. So, did you find anything which is related to agriculture, biodiversity, or to where the company is giving loan? Did you see that? No company will just let out all this information how they do their due diligence or these things. Okay, but we have details of due diligence how they do, but it is not specific to the sectors because the bank is giving so much of loans to so much of sectors. 50 pages will not be enough to say all the sectors, right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, kind of going fast. ஒரு பேங்க் கம்பெனி எடுத்தீங்கன்னா என்னென்ன செக்டருக்கு கொடுக்குறான் லோனு நம்மளுக்கே தெரியாது. ஹியூமன் பீங்ஸே எத்தனை பேர் லோன் வாங்கியிருக்காங்க, அத்தனை லோன் இருக்கு. எல்லாத்தையுமா சொல்ல முடியும் எந்த செக்டருக்கு லோன் தரேன், எஜுகேஷனுக்கு லோன் தரேன், வீட்டுக்கு லோன் தரேன். ஹவுசிங் லோன்ஸ் லைக் ஹவுசிங் லோன், கார் லோனே வந்து கணக்கெல்லாம் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. கரெக்டா? ஒரு பேங்க் எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா அதுல எத்தனை ஹவுசிங் லோன் இருக்கும், எத்தனை பேங்கிங் லோன் இருக்கும், எத்தனை டிமேட் இருக்கும், எல்லாத்தையும் அவன் பாக்குறது அவன் வேலை. எல்லாத்தையும் எடுத்து ரிப்போர்ட்ல சொல்ல மாட்டான். அதனால இப்ப வரைக்கும் எனக்கு ஆன்சர் கிடைக்கல. நீங்களும் ஜாலியா இருங்க, உங்களுக்கு ஆன்சர் கிடைக்காது. ஆனா சர்ச் பண்ணு. ஊருக்கா பேங்க்குக்கா? சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க. ஆமா, அது அது ரெடி பண்ணுவாங்க. ஓகே, அவங்க ஆனுவல் ரிப்போர்ட்ல கொடுக்கணும்ல. முக்கியமான விஷயம் அதான், நம்ம கிட்ட இருக்க ரிப்போர்ட்ல டீடைல்ஸ் இருக்கணும் இல்லையா? அவங்க கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு எந்த ரிப்போர்ட் கொடுக்குறாங்கன்னு எனக்கு தெரியாது. பட் நம்ம கிட்ட வர்றது ஆனுவல் ரிப்போர்ட் தான். அதுல மோஸ்டா இருக்காது. புரியுதா? ஓகே. ஸோ இப்போ உங்களுக்கு டவுட்னா நீங்க ஐசிஐசிஐ பேங்க் இருக்கு, ஆக்சிஸ் இருக்கு, நீங்க அதோட ஆனுவல் ரிப்போர்ட்னு ஓபன் பண்ணுங்க. இன்வெஸ்டார் ரிலேஷன்ல இருக்கும். நான் உங்களுக்கு எப்படி பார்க்கணும்னு தெரியுமா? ஏதாவது ஒரு பேங்க் நேம் சொல்லுங்க. HDFC, ஏதாவது ஒரு பேங்க் நேம் சொல்லுங்க. HDFC பிரைவேட் ஆக்சுவலா. ஓகே, ஐசிஐசிஐ போடுவா. ஐசிஐசிஐ இன்வெஸ்டார் ரிலேஷன். எந்த கம்பெனி போனாலும் இது போடுங்க. இது போட்டாதான் வரும். ஓகே, investor relation about us. Okay, we have to search ICICI investor relation. We have separate column for investor relations in all the for all the companies. Okay, for all the companies. If you click here, we have annual reports. See, investor relation, annual reports, everything is there. Now you know how to take the annual report and all the reports, right? இல்லையா? ஆமா ஆமா ஆமா. ஆமா. ஓகே ஓகே. ஸோ மற்றவங்களுக்கும் சொல்லிடலாம் இல்லையா? அதனால தான். So ICICI Bank is that not giving things. ICICI Bank நம்ம அக்ரிகல்ச்சருக்கு கொடுக்குறது தானே. ஸோ அதாவது இருக்கா இல்லையான்னு பார்ப்போம். என்கேஜ்டு. ஓகே, ஸ்மால் மீடியம் என்டர்பிரைஸ் என்கேஜ் இன் அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் டீலர்ஸ், improving agriculture productivity, adopting sustainable agriculture in which agriculture reduces. So can you see anything related to agriculture lending loans or policies till now? Credit to agriculture. Yes, you see it's credit to agriculture by 10%, 10.2 percentage, while credit industry declines 50 percentage deposit growth. Okay, this is about percentage. Buyers and support to agriculture sector. Agriculture sector was, yeah, in this they have given your average lending to agriculture sector was this much billion. But they didn't say about policies, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now I'm
yeah, ma'am.
searching. Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development, agriculture sector was this. Yeah, category general agriculture micro enterprise. outstanding. So these are all the outstanding advantage loan amount, strong agriculture output, along with limited economic. I think we came back. Do you find any policies with regard to due diligence or checking the credibility or the background check, anything?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So what
No,
will
ma'am.
be the answer?
Not reported.
Not reported. Yes, not reported. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. I think now you will be getting. They actually have. They are actually lending loans to agriculture sector, but we didn't find any policies with regards to background verification, due diligence, credibility check, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll go for no. So that's why we don't have any samples. So this all these things now, due diligence and credibility check. Okay, then background verification, document verification. All these are the parts. Okay, policy should be there. So all these are the rules for this kind of data points. Okay, for the next 9 data points, these are the rules. What are all the rules? Can anyone say repeat or something? I just want you to repeat. Okay, due diligence, credibility, policy is there, background verification. These are all the things we are
Climate
going to.
change.
Yeah, climate change risk. Yes. One sec, guys. Just 1 minute.
சரக்குன்னா எப்படி அலையுது பாரு ஏந்து போய் கேட்டு. கோபி இப்படி போடுறா கோபி ஏந்து இப்படி தூக்கி போடு. இந்த மாடல போடு உட்காரலாம் 2 பேரும். இப்பதான் உட்காந்து பையன் முதியா சூட்டு சின்னது அதில் உட்காந்துக்கலாம். இவரு முத்தண்ணா காசு குடுத்துட்டியா? சரிம்மா குடுத்துட்டாங்க முத்தண்ணா காசு. அவர் சொன்னாரே ஆகிட்ட இல்ல.
Sorry, guys. Thanks for the time.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
so where were we? Okay, so can anyone say the list what to be checked here? All these three things. Can anyone repeat it, please?
We have to check whether the company
Yes,
has
yes,
a policy that they are lending to
yes,
certain sectors.
yes. Next,
Ma'am.
yes,
Yes, ma'am. We have to check whether this we can lend certain sectors by due diligence, ma'am. Due diligence is nothing but background verification, ma'am. Then we should be aware that whether the company, I mean, whether the sector doesn't harm climate or climatic change or pollution like that, ma'am. Then we have to give loans. Then, yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah, ma'am. That's it, now, ma'am.
Yes, that is the points to be followed for all 9 data points for agriculture, biodiversity, for climate change, for using energy use, for forestry, for materials, for mining, for oil and gas, for transport, everything the same keywords will be there, guys. We are going to check that the same. Transport is the keyword for oil and gas is the keyword for mining is the keyword for material is the keyword for forestry and forest is a keyword because they preserve forest like that, they'll get loan like that. And energy use is the keyword. Climate change is the keyword. Biodiversity is the keyword. Agriculture is the keyword. So now you understand what to check, right? You check whether the
Yeah,
policy is
ma'am.
there,
Yes,
check
ma'am.
before lending that the due diligence are there or not. Okay, third thing, the company's operation should not go in a negative way with regards to climate change or climate risk. These three are going to check for all those things. Okay, transport, oil and gas, mining, material, forestry, energy use, climate change, biodiversity, agriculture. You just learn this data point. It is very rare, very rare. Like 1% of file has. That is, out of 1,000 files, you'll be getting 10 files the answer, and that too any one will be there. Fine. Is that
Yeah,
okay?
ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
Uh, so if when we are searching for isolation, ma'am, we got some
Yeah.
amount, but we have to get the point whether it's mentioned as policy. Then only we'll mark it as yes, right?
Yes, we have three rules here. Can you read this? Like, first, the thing for lending, they should have a policy, like credit lending or credit
இல்ல
policy, like that.
செக்டர்னு மென்ஷன் பண்ணிட்டு பாலிசி மென்ஷன் பண்ணனா நம்ம இங்க நாட் ரிப்போர்ட்டட் தான் போடுவோம்.
ஆமா ஆமா அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் இருக்கு பட் ஆனா கிரெடிட் பாலிசி பத்தி எதுவுமே சொல்லவே இல்லை. டியூ டெலிஜென்ஸ் பண்றாங்களான்னு சொல்லவே இல்லை. அப்புறமா அந்த கம்பெனி வந்து ஸ்க்ரூட்டினைஸ் பண்ணி அவங்க கிளைமேட் சேஞ்சுக்கு வந்து நெகட்டிவ் வேல இருக்காங்களா இல்லையான்னு அவங்க பார்க்கவே இல்லை. ஸோ இந்த ஆக்டிவிட்டிஸ் பத்தி மென்ஷன் பண்ணாதான் நம்ம எஸ் போடுவோம், இல்லைன்னா நம்ம நாட் ரிப்போர்ட்டட் போட்டு போயிடலாம்.
ஓகே மேம்.
ஓகே.
ஓகே
ஸோ
மேம்.
நோ எப்போ வரும்னா சொல்லுங்க சொல்லுங்க சொல்லுங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ நோ எப்போ வரும்னா கம்பெனி வந்து நாங்க இதெல்லாம் பண்ணல அப்படின்னு சொன்னாதான் நோ. ஓகே, இல்லைன்னா நம்ம நாட் ரிப்போர்ட்டட் போட்டு போயிட்டே இருக்கலாம், பிரச்சனையே இல்லை. நீங்க எது எது போட்டு பாலிசி இருந்தா பாலிசியில கண்டிப்பா டியூ டிலிஜென்ஸ் இருக்குமா? கண்டிப்பா இருக்கும். அதுக்கப்புறம் வெரிஃபிகேஷன்ஸும் இருக்கும். நீ நீ திருட போறேன்னு தெரிஞ்சா அவனுக்கு லோன் கொடுப்பாங்களா? கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்கல்ல. அதுக்கு தானே பாலிசி. அதேதான். So first policy is very compulsory, and if policy is there, these two will be there definitely. But if they don't have any policy, just check whether they are doing due diligence or not. Then we can mark it as yes. Otherwise, you just check whether they are checking the operations of the company. Then we can mark it as yes. But policy is very important. There should be a policy. Okay, this data point for it's a policy only. Are these policies subject to the same level of something? So the policy is very compulsory. But if the policy is not there, but they are following due diligence and checking the operations and background verification is there, then also we can mark it as yes. We are going to see whether there is a policy or there is a due diligence or the company is being background verified, like with the operations related to climate change. Any one is there, you can mark it as yes. Okay. ஏதாவது ஒண்ணு பாலிசி இருக்கணும், இல்ல ப்ரொசீஜர் இருக்கணும் இல்லையா? ஏதாவது இருந்தாலும் நான் மார்க் பண்ணிடலாம். எஸ் இந்த 9 டேட்டா பாயிண்ட்ஸ் ஏதாவது டவுட் இருக்கா?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. We'll see this after break. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
We go for
Yeah,
break.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Come by 12:10 because it's 11:50 now. 11:55. Okay. We'll come by 12:10. Fine.
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Bye.